It has been quite the climb to my position, but I do believe it is time to start considering the future and my place in it. I've made many enemies to get where I am, and so I must ensure that I maintain my place as a Telvanni Magister for years to come. And not just a few years, but potentially hundreds. It is difficult to know what the future holds. It's possible Dunmer may leave Morrowind again, just as we had left our homes in the time of Velos. We may look differently or speak differently. Magic itself could be wielded differently. Securing the future is of utmost importance. You there! We must bolster our numbers with a recruitment drive. Find any actors seeking work. We are going to Mournhold and putting on a play.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. I have a letter from Master Neloth in Sadrith Mora. By the 9, says he's looking for actors. A new acting gig. I heard the starring role is for a human too. It's the part I was born to play, baby.
Help! The human is freeing himself.
Get your paws off me, you dirty elf.
He can talk. 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 He can talk.
I can sing! Oh, help me, Master Neloth!
Master Neloth, Master Neloth! Master Neloth, Master Neloth! Master Neloth, Master Neloth! Oh, Master Neloth! Master Neloth, Master Neloth!
What are you doing to me?
Selling you into slavery.
You can't do such a thing.
We're in Telvanni. Master Neloth, Master Neloth! Master Neloth, Master Neloth! Master Neloth, Master Neloth! Oh, Master Neloth! Master Neloth, Master Neloth!
Can I play the fat lute anymore?
Of course you can.
Well, I couldn't before.
Master Neloth, Master Neloth! Master Neloth, Master Neloth! Master Neloth, Master Neloth! Oh, Master Neloth! Master Neloth, Master Neloth!
I hate every mage I see, from Telvanni to Telvanzi. No, you'll never make a wizard out of me. By the 9, I was wrong. I was Breton all along. You finally made a wizard.
Yes, we finally made a wizard.
Yes, you finally made a wizard out of me. I love you, Master Neloth.
I was thinking, and maybe we shouldn't do this after all.
What? Why?
Well, you may fit the role of human, but your voice is incredibly annoying.
Maybe if you heard me sing first, you would change.
No, you won't do. Maybe if I could get one of those Imperials, I must have incredible singing voices.
Hello and welcome back to the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, Tamriel Rebuilt. Welcome back to Morrowind Mondays, and the very last and final Morrowind Annual, as I had announced, I think at least last year. We have closed the book, the chapter, we have closed the volume, we have closed something on year 7, and we are now going forward into year 8 of the channel being actively worked upon, right? Now, if you're brand new to these sorts of Morrowind Annuals, well, don't worry, you don't really have to get used to anything new, because this is the last one. But we're not really going to do too much normal video game playing. We're mostly going to sort of take a look back on the year, where we're going, stuff like that. I restate this every year, but Morrowind Mondays started, well, a little bit around the tail end of December. I guess 7 or 8 years ago now. But originally it was going to be purely a New Year's resolution, which is why it started as only coming out on Mondays. That's for the simple reason that I was like, oh, at the time, yeah, Mondays. That'll be easy enough to do. I should be able to do Mondays once a week. That shouldn't be too tough to work into my schedule and all that stuff. And hey, here we are. We're still working it in. We're doing all of this now sort of like full-time and whatnot. But, hey, this is not the end of Morrowind Mondays, right? That will continue for the foreseeable future. But the Morrowind Annuals, this will be the end of it. That sounds very, very harsh. But, yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the final one. I actually really enjoyed it myself. This is... I'm hesitant to say it's my favorite one that I put together, but it's definitely up there. It's definitely one of my favorite ones. I liked the song, I liked sort of the skit, and I liked the editing. And it was very stupid. To be sure, it's very stupid. It's a very, very stupid one. It doesn't really make much sense at all. Right? Like, what the hell is going on? Marcel is in a play, and in the play version of the world, he's becoming, like, a wizard. He's becoming one of House Telvanni. I guess it's like the triumphant rise of a man who was, like, enslaved or about to be enslaved by House Telvanni. He breaks free and then ultimately has, hence the clock wipe, right, toward the middle. He has a bunch of adventures. It's like, you know, it's the Spark Notes of the play, as it was in the original Simpsons version. But he sort of gets free of whatever, and then he comes back to House Telvanni, realizes, oh my god, I'm actually a Breton. He didn't know. Man, he didn't know that he was actually a Breton the whole time. He had no idea. But we knew because of how he sounds, right? He didn't sound like any other type of human except for a Breton. He sounded closer to a wood elf than anything, really. But he decides that oh shoot, I'm a wizard now, I guess. And the truth of it is that this is all taking place within a realm of imagination inside of Neloth's mind, right? This is it's all Neloth's imagination thinking about this, which I guess implies that Neloth is in some way kind of horny for Marcel or someone. He's kind of horny, just in general, maybe. Which, you know what? After seeing him in, what do you call it, land? In Skyrim land? Hundreds of years later, which, hey, you know, you like the little wink and nod to all the ridiculous Skyrim stuff, you know? Kind of flexing the lore muscle as well with the Veloth callback. You like that? A lot of folks who may watch this just because they know of Neloth from Skyrim may not pick up on this stuff, you know? But hey, some of us may. And you know what? That was the original impetus behind Morrowind Mondays and the annual. It is, you know, framed from a perspective of Morrowind. That said, the very first one, isn't it? Yeah, the framing is the very first annual. It's framed from the perspective of Skyrim, right? They're up there in High Hrothgar and whatnot, talking with well, not really talking with them, but, you know, having a chat up there. It's the Dragonborn. Good Lord. But, yeah. Pretty cool one. Pretty good one. This one definitely going to end up getting demonetized. There's no doubt in my mind. There's too many parts where the music is just freely playing without my voiceover or whatever, because that's just not how the song goes, right? Ergo, it's 100% going to get demonetized. Hopefully that means that the video doesn't also get blocked in some countries in the distant future. Hopefully that doesn't end up happening, but hey, if it does, we've got ways around that. We've got ways to solve that. I'll upload a backup if in case I need to enable it. But hey, I digress. Thank you so much to all the folks who've been watching, right? Thanks to all the folks who've been watching Morrowind Mondays and all that stuff, right? All of our many videos and other weird little playthroughs that we've been doing and finishing and starting and whatnot. Thanks for anyone who just so happened to stop by for this one. Appreciate it. A little weird if you're just watching this, but hey, maybe you get something out of it. And also as well, man, should we really be going down this way? Maybe we better cross over the Almasthir River here. Or you know what? We'll actually do it, or the River Thyr. We'll actually cross over at Almasthir itself, right? I don't know if I've ever actually just walked there. But we'll head over there. We'll kind of get the lay of the land, right? Because I don't really quite have a good idea of the roads and really anything for Tamriel Rebuilt areas, right? And this will probably help with that. Hopefully we don't just get accosted by someone or something and like sends us down some wild quest. So if we see anyone approaching us or whatever and standing curiously in the distance, we need to go the other way. All right, I'm gonna do a quick save just in case that exact thing happens. We'll also wait here for like 12 hours. But yeah, thanks to oh my gosh, beautiful day. Thanks to all the folks who hit up the channel on, let's see here, I took notes that way I don't forget. Patreon, Coffee, PayPal, YouTube's own membership, and super thanks. That really helps soften the blow whenever there's a video that is not being monetized for whatever reason. We had some issues with that earlier this year too, with Fallout 2. For some reason, some of the original soundtrack, I don't know if it's legitimate claim or if it's someone just like faking it, spoofing it, as it were. Because you sometimes get those. But there were a few in our Fallout 2 playthrough. One of the playthroughs that we wrapped up this year. Fallout 2, somewhere in there. Toward the end, really. And toward the... Oh, what was the name of that town? That mining town that we had gone to. That one. There was some music in there getting claimed. Even though it was part of the normal soundtrack and not like some booty bumping like 30s, 40s-esque music or whatever, you know. But yeah, hey, we should probably review some of the other... Oh my gosh, look at this place. Wow, holy shit, this looks amazing. Whoa, that's Almasthir over there? Look at this little doohickey. Oh my gosh, this makes sense, right? Given the piety of House Indoril, which I believe Almasthir is, what do you call it, dominated by them? Yeah, there's just people here looking like Han Solo. Fuck, okay. Alright. Yeah. I'm assuming this is intentional, but it looks like there was some sort of graffiti or whatever. Someone kind of screwing around a bit. Tipping over some urns. Oh, we better not go over to that person. That person looks like they got a quest, huh? Alright, we'll cross over here. Across Almasthir itself. But, yeah. Really good bunch of videos we got finished. New series startup as well. Let's see, which ones did we all finish up? Fallout 2, Skyrim, the big one. We finished up Skyrim this year, holy hell. After 502 videos, it came to a close. Never to be started again. No, that's not true. We won't do a normal Skyrim playthrough, but we'll screw around with mods eventually. Certainly the full conversion mods, right? We're definitely going to play Skywind, right? The crossover event of the century or whatever. We'll definitely get into Skywind, among other things. I don't know. They keep updating it with Creation Club stuff. Last I heard, people weren't too happy about it. I don't know. But I have a high tolerance for anything like that, of that nature. So I'm willing to go into it and have a little peek, but we won't do it as like a proper playthrough or whatever, I would imagine. Also, we started and finished Fable 1 on the channel this year, which ended up being way more popular and of a hit than I was anticipating. But I guess it makes sense. I feel like there surely must be a lot of crossover for the eras of Fable 1 and Morrowind, right? That makes some degree of sense. I'd be very curious to know, and there's no way to know, as far as I know, just how much crossover there was between the Morrowind Mondays audience and, man, how do we get over there? Oh, shit. Up there, I see. I've never walked along that. I always just kind of jumped over, I think. Well, let's do it. But I'm curious as to how much crossover there is, given, like, you know, how little time separated the original releases of Fable 1 and Morrowind back in the day, you know? They were both, as far as consoles were concerned, Xbox exclusives as well, right? Holy wackadoo. Speaking of things that happened this year, the ABK Xbox buyout occurred, which is pretty groundbreaking, I would say. Pretty wild, but I don't know. To me these days, more so the other acquisitions that they made were more relevant, right? They made a whole lot. They just bought up a whole bunch of my favorite role-playing game devs and whatnot, you know? But hey, what can you do? We continue forward. Gosh, look at you. You look like you got fucking Quest, huh? Ooh, look at this. Whoa, this is a bit eerie. Something gonna appear out here? This is scary. Oh, shit. I don't like how little there is here. This is very disconcerting. Gives me, like, an uneasy feeling, like, in the back of my neck, you know? Got my spidey sense tingling, as it were. Jeez. Have to fight, like... yeah, looks like the place where not my spidey sense, my From Software sense. This feels like I'm about to fight some boss on this bridge. Good lord. Okay. Whose shrine is this? Ah, St. Veloth. There we go. Veloth Indwelling. Why not? Oh, I've absorbed it. Well, what can you do? Okay, here we are. Some uncharted territory a bit, but also more charted up this way. But yeah, also, this year, games and playthroughs that we did start, but haven't finished and will finish in the future. Oh, what the hell is all that? Okay, I'm not going over toward that. I don't know what the fuck that is, but it looks cool as shit. Okay. I don't know if this was a good idea. Okay. Sure. Let's go over this way. Yeah, we started up Baldur's Gate 2. Starfield, of course, came out, which I am against all odds, but as to be expected, hopefully I have prefaced my adoration ahead of time by saying, like, all right, I'm a bit fucked up. I'm a weirdo. I'm one of the people who liked and enjoyed 76 at launch. Thus, there is a really good chance I'm going to, despite anything, whether it's good or bad, the general consensus is that it's good or bad, I'm very likely going to enjoy Starfield. And lo and behold, I am enjoying it. Very much looking forward to the updates, and of course the DLC, Shattered Space, coming this year now, 2024. And of course, who could forget, but we in full form started Tamriel Rebuilt. We technically had started it previously with this playthrough, but we kind of maintained staying in the core game, right, to sort of see reactivity as we got to the mainland, which we have seen a little bit of that reactivity, right? for better or worse. We've also kind of run into issues where it's kind of built for you to start in Tamriel Rebuilt in some places, right? Where we've advanced through House Slalu. I think the Great House stuff, maybe. It has... I'm not sure what the word is. The reactivity is a little bit not what I was expecting, right? Where I can't do, like, more lobby quests, as it were, given my high status in House Slalu. But hey, there's nothing a few console commands couldn't fix. And you know what? Next run through, in the distant future, we'll be prepared for that. Now, also, like I said, sorry, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. We had, like I said, we began Tamriel Rebuilt. This year, we finally went to the mainland. We wrapped up the core game with OpenMW. OpenMW looking stunning as always, performing amazingly, doing everything that you could ever possibly imagine. And then we witnessed the wonder that is Tamriel Rebuilt, and honestly, I've been enthralled by it. It's been incredible. As someone who generally is not super duper into mods, holy shit, it's been incredible. I've never been a big mod person, but I don't know. I feel like maybe this is the type of mod that is made for someone who is not typically into mods, you know? And I'd imagine that there are more like that, right? Probably a lot of the ones that people keep suggesting I play, like the Beyond Skyrim ones, you know, Beyond Skyrim Bruma, stuff like that, Enderall, you know? They're all on the list. Speaking of, we unveiled the list. We've done in real life videos. We've started a new series that we do roughly every Tuesday, or more if the situation calls for it, which it may call for it soon, I'm not sure. But we do in real life videos where it's me talking, my actual physical being speaking into the microphone, into a webcam, right? And that has gone quite well as well, right? That has gone over very well. It's been a great way to sort of, frankly, take the place of the Morrowind Annual, right? This is part of the reason why we will not be needing the Morrowind Annual anymore going forward. Look at these cool creatures out here. These are the rare... Oh, shit, look at this fucking guy, too. Okay. That's a quest giver right there. What the fuck? That's a quest. Watch out for that weirdo looking right at us. Jesus. Giving me flashbacks to the, dreamers on the roads and whatnot. But, yes. The in real life videos, we can totally just use those for the same purposes that we would the Morrowind Annual, you know, to sort of reflect on the year. And Morrowind Mondays itself was, you know, posited as that sort of weekly situation to where, you know, hey, the Morrowind Mondays situation, you talk about potentially what's been going on in video games or whatever. That said, we never really did that. But, hey, the in real life videos, they sort of fill that gap. They sort of allow me to have an outlet, because sometimes I really feel like just talking about some stuff. And Lord knows, I've gotten into rambling mode quite a bit in the in real life videos. I feel like also my sort of comfort on camera has vastly increased. You know how it is. Whenever you speak to an audience or whatever, even if you're just on, like, speaking into the microphone, you know, you still get that, especially early on, you get that anxiety, you know? Same applied, of course, to the in real life videos, but wow, I can feel it. I'm just shirking it. It's doing wonders for my, like, self-confidence, I feel. I don't know. It's doing great. It's been a joy. I look forward to it every Tuesday, every Talky Tuesday, as it were. But, yeah, that's a big, well, not really reason, but it's a big, it's a big case for, it's okay if Morrowind Annuals go away, because we have in real life videos where we can sort of do the same thing, you know? We can do a similar thing that we do in the Morrowind Annual in the... Oh, it got very quiet. God, there's not going to be the fucking bandits appearing again, right? I'm not going to, like, shit my pants, huh? Okay. But we can do all of that in the in real life videos, right? They fulfill sort of a similar role. Also, of course, like we'd mentioned, reasons being I should probably, backtrack a bit for folks just hearing like, oh, the Morrowind Annuals are gone? Well, yeah, unfortunately, it is true. They are, as it turns out, incredibly difficult to do. Right? I'm, as I've said many a time before, I'll say it again. I'm not a musically inclined person, right? I don't have some sort of internal rhythm. I don't have one of those little ticking doohickeys, the mono, whatever you calls them. I don't have one of those going on in me. Maybe I'm okay at writing rhymes and stuff. Maybe I'm okay at that, but that's probably about where it begins and ends. I'm not great at, I don't know how to animate anything. I don't know about, using Source Filmmaker. I don't know about, even how to get people to do, more old school machinima stuff in Morrowind itself. I don't know about any of that. I'm just winging it, right? This has been 7-8 years of winging it. And honestly, it's going pretty well. But also, another point of contention with the Morrowind Annual is, of course, it's parroting Simpsons songs predominantly. We did a special one for when the Oblivion playthrough ended because it nearly coincided with the Morrowind Annual, right? We didn't do one for the Skyrim sort of send-off. But that said, I think the Skyrim send-off was pretty damn fucking good. If I'm not to toot my own horn, but I liked how sad it was. I really enjoyed doing the Morrowind finale and making it kind of a tear jerker. But eventually we're running out of songs. We're running out of Simpsons songs to parody and whatnot. And of course I could venture into other pop culture songs and stuff, but I don't know. It's a lot of work, It's so much to do during an already busy time of the year for me, right? I'm kind of looking forward to this next year in 24, not having to worry and stress over, oh God, because even if I'm okay, I've allotted this amount of time or whatever, I know, I'll probably have to push it a little bit to get the finishing touches on, as I always do. But I can reasonably think, okay, yeah, I've got this. But there's always that, it's always tickling the back of my mind, as it were. Oh, I know I need to, I shouldn't be, I should keep this on my mind or whatever. And now, I don't have to worry about it, Maybe it would have been better to have done the annual, but, How can you have possibly planned ahead, right? I just sort of decided to do the annual on a spur of the moment. Or did I? Did I? Man, I can't even remember now. Was deciding to do the annual in the cards from the beginning? I bet I said in the first annual. But now I can't even remember if I originally planned to do it from the beginning or if I just kind of partway through the year decided, let's do an annual, right? I can't remember which way it was. It's been so long, I literally cannot recall one way or the other. Huh. Well, what can you do? Another reason to end it. No. But yeah, it's a lot of work during a time of the year where, you've got holidays, Christmas and New Year, big ones for me, going to see family, going out to places to get drinks or whatever with family and friends, going out of town to see family. Had a birthday on the 30th. That comes up around the same exact time, right? Just a busy time, Just a busy ass time. And then sort of coming down from all of that. Oh, look, here's Ebonheart. Okay, we'll go in one door and out the other, I think. But it's just a busy ass time. And honestly, I'm kind of looking forward to, like I said, not having to have it on my mind every year. Right? I'm kind of looking forward to that. And it also means hey, potentially more, or Well, I don't know. I don't want to commit to anything like that yet. Right, I was about to say maybe we start more videos and stuff around that time or whatever, but I don't know, because I kind of like the idea of taking it easy, you know? That's sort of my secret to not burning out, just kind of fucking taking it easy, you know? That's how I've been doing Morrowind Mondays, pretty much. I mean, you know, this one included. Oh, typically running a little late, right? But hey, every week, without fail, except for, I think, was there a week where I was too sick or something? I can't remember. I cannot remember. There was something along those lines. Regardless, for the most part, pretty damn good, I would say. By my standards, at least. Jesus, what a nightmarish storm this is. Okay. Let's wait here. Hopefully we'll get some good weather. Nope. It's hell again. There we are. Okay. We'll head out the other direction, I guess. We'll see how these roads even work. But, yeah. That's for the most part. Let me see. I even took notes. Oh, yes. Another reason why to sort of stop the annual. As far as continuity is concerned, it doesn't make too much sense, right? Especially, like I said, now that we have the in real life videos, which are far more searchable. It doesn't make much sense to do this sort of big reflection in the middle of a playthrough, right? And sort of break the pacing, right? Oh, fuck me. Okay, I guess we're just going around in the rain then. But, you know, it doesn't make much sense to be like, okay, every 52 weeks we're going to have a big self-reflection and hope you're not looking forward to whatever we were about to do the next week. Because this train is going off the fucking rails, you know? And also, it's just so much easier for people to find when it's in an in real life video, you know? It's so much easier to be like, oh, I'm curious about, I would like to see all of the yearly reflections, you know? For whatever reason, if someone wants to see those or hear them or whatever, you can so much more easily find it through the in real life videos, you know? It lends itself so much more to sorting in that sort of way. Let's see, we're just gonna cut through, I think. Can I wait here? Yeah, I can. Thank goodness. Let's try and get rid of that storm. Ooh, it's real bad now. Okay, there we go. It's just a bit overcast. Hopefully that means it's leaving, or it's just foggy. Alright. But yeah, it's not great for the pacing of the playthrough and for just finding whatever, you know? Alright, let's see. What other topics do I want to talk about here? Oh yeah, sort of tied to what we were talking about. Oh shit! Oh my god. Who the fuck are you? God, are you gonna kill me out here? Are you a Mabrigosh? Oh my god, who are you? Velk Nectar Sack. Are you like some Velk poacher? God, I bet you are. Okay. Let's drink some booze. Okay, there we are. That'll have to do. Jesus. Her outfit, like, camouflaged her as well with the tree. Holy shit, that's terrifying. These poor Velk, they don't stand a chance. They're so peace-loving. Oh, look at them. They're loving it. Oh shit, there's another poacher, I bet. God, I bet these are poachers, huh? If people will poach eggs, why wouldn't they poach the poor Velk? Look at that, there's some freak over there, too. Jesus. What hell have I encountered? Oh, here's a road. Okay. Alright, where's this one? Oh, look at this site. Okay. But yeah, for continuity's sake, and for the sake of discoverability, as it were, it makes so much more sense to sort of unravel or unbind the annuals from the Morrowind playthrough itself. You know? It makes so much more sense to me. Now, also, let's see here. Oh yeah, I've been posting, did I mention this? I've been posting more on Instagram lately, in addition to the in real life videos. If you don't follow the Instagram, If you like the idea of seeing fit pics from me, an occasional like, yeah, no, I went out to see family. Sometimes I ask people like, oh, is it okay if I put your picture on my very public Instagram or whatever? And most people are, well, okay, everyone so far has been like, yeah, sure, I don't mind. And I'm like, are you sure? It could get wild. Yeah, everyone's been fairly chill about it and not minding. If anything, maybe I'm the biggest freak about it of all, right? I sort of imagine the worst case scenario of like, oh God, what if some like absolute devious bastard in the future like seeks me out or whatever, right? What if this is some sort of like point of vulnerability? What if this is some sort of situation, you know, this is a Spider-Man's loved ones getting out situation, right? Do you know what I'm talking about? The perfect vector of attack. That's the biggest concern I have, I guess. But yeah, so far it's been all chill. It's been all good. But yeah, there's pictures on there, posting a lot more regularly. You can see a lot of fit pics, a lot of pics of going to like little restaurant meals, going on a little trip or something, saw a little weird bird or whatever, just whatever suits my fancy. And also occasional stories of thrift store finds and catch and release. You know, I feel like those don't warrant a full, you know, normal post that's going to be there forever. At least that's my feeling on it. Look, there's actually nothing much over here. It was actually kind of a bad idea to come across the cool-looking little bridge. There we are. Obliterate the rat. Alright. But yeah, we've got all that going on. Someone even wrote in, I believe, toward like the middle of the year, saying, hey, with all these in real life videos, do you think you would want to do... what was it? Was it streams with a webcam? Or well, no, it couldn't have been, because all the streams I have done in the past were with a webcam, which I would like to bring back the streams, you know? I very much would like to do that. I feel like I'm getting really good, not perfect, but I'm getting quite adept at working in the daily video. Right, we've done that with Elden Ring, we've done that with a big bunch of Starfield. We'll actually be ending that with Starfield soon and going to the old Skyrim maneuver for those videos, right? In order to prepare for Dragon's Dogma 2, which I would very much like to play and do a playthrough of when it comes out, and we're going to do Dragon's Dogma 1 first. Very much into all that. Oh shit, what is over here? Oh my gosh, this is like some sort of Ashlander Velk chill zone. Holy shit. Okay. Well, let's just leave them be for now. We're seeing all kinds of amazing beauty, right? What sights have we been beholden to? Many. Many, and all of them wondrous in their own way. Okay. Is this a peace-loving guar or a pissed-off one? It's peace-loving. Thank goodness. Oh, it's purring or whatever. Okay. Let's do a quick save again. But yeah, Dragon's Dogma will be our daily going forward. And shit, I guess I'll just explain it here too. I plan on doing it in an in real life video. But, whoa, is this like really big? Yeah, this is kind of big. What the hell? For like really giant people or whatever? What the fuck? But Starfield, I think it'll work out perfectly. That way, sort of we can, well, we don't end up rushing through the game. And I don't know if it'll work out 100% of the time or whatever, right? But ideally, we're set up good to go for when something like Shattered Space comes out, as more DLC comes out, as updates come out, right? We'll see how much they try to keep a long tail on Starfield. They've said as much that they want to, but we'll see how that pans out, right? And ideally, having it spaced out more like Skyrim, you know, sort of, well, frankly, artificially extends the real-life duration of the playthrough, right? So then we're more liable to hit sort of DLCs and whatnot, right? Whereas another game like Dragon's Dogma 2, I don't even know if it will have DLC, you know? And if it does, will I want to play it? I'm not sure. Whereas I know for certain, with Starfield, I do want to play the DLC, right? I say as if I'm someone who has even seen everything in the core game. Far from the truth, in fact. Let's see. What else can I talk about here? Sorry, not to just, like, have a complete abrupt dead end to the conversation point right there. It almost sounds like this has been edited ahead of time, like I've just inserted another bit of dialogue that I've had. No, that's not the case. I'm just talking that weird. Let's see. Anything else? We talked about the in real life videos. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything too else pressing, right? I don't know that there's anything too pressing. We've talked about, like, Tamriel Rebuilt. We've actually had, this year, for Tamriel Rebuilt, as we have, in full form, like I said, started Tamriel Rebuilt, I have noticed a significant amount of people who work on Tamriel Rebuilt messaging me or leaving comments and stuff, which is I don't know, really flattering, but also holy shit, the pressure is on. Right? Oh my gosh. Oh good lord. Okay. Hold on. Let's take care of these bozos. There we are. But hey, on the bright side, it also means we tend to get a lot of, and we already did, to be clear, even before this advent, we've always had sort of, and I don't want to take it for granted because I'm sure someday it will no longer be the case, but I've always had the good fortune of just having guardian angels, as it were, when it comes to various games, not just to Morrowind and Tamriel Rebuilt, but to, like, nearly every game, right? For a channel of my size, and for not doing this live, I have always had the good fortune of being in a situation where I have some kind of guardian angel watching over the playthrough. If there's, like, a technical issue, I get stuck on something, or some other such. Like, I cannot remember the last time I didn't have a guardian angel situation, which is really weird and funny to think about, but is, man, look at this place, but is really, really appreciated, of course. Man, this is very, like, Satanine-esque, right, which I guess makes sense. Like, you can kind of see the terrain matching up here, you know? If anything, it's a little bit odd how the terrain does match up in some places, right? Well, I guess here it's so patterned down, you know? I could see that. Okay. Very well. That said, Vardenfell wasn't formed because of, like, continental drift or whatever, right? Like plates and shit. Tectonic plates and whatnot. It was from the fucking volcano. Right, it's a volcanic island. In the middle of a crater. Right, that's the geology behind it, you know? So it does make sense that wouldn't match up perfectly. Right, though I guess over years and years, the sort of biomes would extend out or spread out or whatever, you know? Man, this is kind of a spooky swamp, huh? Or is this kind of a... No, this is kind of a chill swamp, right? Very low trees for this swamp, though. Easy to see over them. Brings me some degree of comfort. Man, we're getting really close to out of bounds here. Okay. Look, here's a big lake. Low-hanging cliff racers as well. There we are. Good. All right. Holy shit. But yeah, all in all, it's been a good-ass year, I would say, for the channel. Right? Had some hellish things occur in my private life, at least one of which, the biggest of which, I shared in an in real life video. But otherwise, for the channel, it has been quite nice. Right? The channel has, oh, good lord, has done very surprisingly well this year. Going into 23, I was really bracing myself for sort of a, like, post-pandemic slump, as it were, because I sort of anticipated, oh yeah, of course we're getting this explosive growth during the pandemic and whatnot, because people are stuck home. Of course viewership is really high and whatnot. But of course, shorts are booming right now. I'm anticipating that it will not always be the case. I'm not going to plan my life around the channel always doing this good, right? But lo and behold, and I'm still not going to do it, right? Maybe 3 years in a row, and then I'll sort of plan for it. But lo and behold, 23 did even better than 22 somehow, right? I think the only metric we're behind on is subscribers, which I don't know, who really cares? Right? It's like it's an important metric for businesses looking at your channel and whatnot, right? If they want to give you a game key or a sponsorship or whatever, they look at that. But otherwise, in the thick of it, it's one of the least important metrics there are. Right? I don't really mind one way or the other. But otherwise, we're over the prior year, we're up when it comes to viewership, watch time, and rev. It's pretty wild, pretty unexpected. And also, similarly this year, I'm sort of bracing for a similar situation because we have, of course, ended the Skyrim playthrough, right? Skyrim, super popular. Definitely one of our all-time banger situations, right? And just as well, you know, one of my faves. Anything Elder Scrolls related, I'm super duper into, or of at least the core games. Speaking of which, hey, did you see Daggerfall hit 1.0? Definitely on the to-do list, moving that one up a little bit. But sort of anticipating the channel to not do quite as well with Skyrim gone, but so far, in the few months that it has not been a regular in the channel, we've still been doing good. The Skyrim videos, they're still there. They're still accruing viewership. A lot of people are still going through the playthrough, right? There's people going through the playthrough multiple times, shockingly. Man, what is this? Is this like a witch's shack? With a burning cauldron? What am I looking at? Dude, Tamriel Rebuilt is wild as hell. Okay. Good lord, there's no way we're even gonna get through all of this, right? Like, look at all of that. There's no way I'm getting up there. Right, we're lucky to see what we have seen. You know, who would have thought Tamriel Rebuilt? It's got swamp, right? Who would have fucking thought that? My God. Jesus, is this like a powerful Nick sound? I don't know. It looked extra big and extra scary. No, it's a standard one. Speaking of, we probably ought to get our level up a bit, right? We'll probably start seeing some new fauna, you know, I would imagine. Look at this. The mud crabs are really chilling here, big time. But yeah, the channel has done excellent. Thanks so much for folks doing all that they do. I've seen some people coming back, plenty of new folks. It's just a healthy balance, I think, right? Things are looking good. I hear from folks who say like, oh yeah, I'm sorry I don't watch so-and-so playthrough because I'm playing through the game myself, or oh, I'm just hanging out, I'm just looking forward to when you start up whatever. I know it may be a while, but I don't mind. And to which I say, hey, you don't gotta apologize. I appreciate the sentiment, but you don't gotta apologize. I absolutely get it. I am the exact same way with other people. I feel like, I don't know, maybe that's a big boon. Well, I don't know. I have to imagine that a lot of people who make Let's Plays, which, honestly, we're a bit of a dying breed, as it were. What is that? Oh my god, oh, okay. It's a fucking bitter pedal. I thought it was a creature or a bitter green. Oh my god, I thought it was a weird new creature. I was like, what the hell is that? It looks like a Strider from Half-Life 2. Yeah. It comes with the territory. You have to be a wild motherfucker to go through expecting not to have any degree of churn, light or otherwise, right? Any degree of, people wanting to see specific things or wanting to take a break or whatever, or trying to play the game themselves, or other folks similarly wanting to play along with you, or maybe they, for whatever reason, their computer camera can't afford it, don't have the time for it. Listen to you playing, right? Takes all kinds. All in all, not too worried about, but hey, I do appreciate the sentiment nonetheless. It's kind of just like I get it. It's like a polite thing to say. And you know what? I enjoy the politeness of it. Right? I don't know. I enjoy it. Man, we got lucky. No more storms again. That said, I don't know. Looking kind of iffy. Oh, what is this place? Darvonis. Oh. But yeah, channel's been doing good. Shorts this year have started to actually be, you can make actual money off of them relative to how it was when they first came out. I think that was this year. Was it this year or last year, toward the tail end of last year? I can't remember now. But that's been going decently, right? It's nowhere near as much money as like a regular video, I can say that much. But hey, it's nice nonetheless to have a little bit extra. It's a non-trivial amount, right? I think that'll be the end-all be-all of what I can say, as far as I know. But yeah, this year for the channel has been quite excellent. Shockingly, I'm not anticipating anything of the sort going forward for, like I said, 24. I'm expecting it to chill out a bit, That's my, hope for the best, expect the worst, right? This is kind of the trouble of doing this full time is, the numbers oscillate. It's not as reliable as sort of something more traditional, Which, hey, even when you're in traditional work, especially these days, you get fucking laid off, right? As we've seen this year in video games as a whole, there's been layoffs all around, in press, in development, publishing. My God, it's hell, right? We put out a video recently talking all about it. Jeez, speaking of hell, look at this scary-ass Kingsfield-looking area. Jeez, what is this? Oh, this is spooky as shit. Look at all these eerie trees. It's like, what if the Grazelands, but everything was fucked up? Oh, it's a Kwama. Okay. All right. Oh, man. Oh, no. Now it's raining as well? Okay. Good Lord. Okay. Fucking A. Let's see if we can at least find a road. But yeah. Holy shit. Just to loop back around, I guess, again. It's been a good year. I'm very thankful for that. Thankful for all the folks sort of watching, right? Like I always say, thanks so much for watching, even if you're just watching this little bit of the video as well. Very weird, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Thank you so much. It is, of course, such a wild honor that anyone would watch, a Let's Play or playthrough in the modern age and all of that, right? It's very flattering. And even beyond that, watch any of my videos, right? The response to some of the shorts, every so often we get one that really pops off to this day, right? That's really bonkers to me. We're also very fortunate to have sort of with the channel this perfect storm, this perfect situation where, the playthroughs very easily and very simply fuel the shorts. The shorts sort of bring in folks, and the playthroughs sort of bring in shorts, as it were, right? It's become like a really good system to where It just kind of works in tandem with one another. It's been quite good, quite ideal. There are situations where I could very easily devote more time, like just off the top of my head. This is something I've thought about so much. So easily could I just add captions or whatever to shorts, and that would probably increase their traction just a little bit. But on the flip side, I kind of actively choose not to bother with it because it's going to mean I devote too much time to it, right? When I could instead be like working on another video or just relaxing, just taking it easy, you know? That's kind of also the long-term secret, right? The long-term idea is to not burn yourself out on this kind of thing, right? So many folks end up getting burned out, right? Hopefully we see less of it going forward, which, you know what? In 23, I think I've seen less of it, at least from folks that I follow, relative to 22. I feel like there was a whole slew of it going on in the time of 22. But nowadays, I feel like I see less, and thank goodness for that. You don't want to be, like, crushing yourself over something so silly, right? Like, I don't know. I get it, like, there is money involved, but unless you're... Well, there's a very strong likelihood that if you are making videos, you're not in a hellish position, you know? You're not in some sort of extreme scenario where it's make or break, you know? Hopefully not, because that's a really bad position to be in when you're making videos, right? But regardless, like I said, it seemed quite good. Lately, it seems like shit ain't too bad. You know, things are looking up, at least in my circles that I follow and whatnot. Let's see, also, my circles, folks that I follow and stuff. I've had very little time to devote to watching video games and stuff this year because there's been just so many video games coming out. My God, what a great year to be playing video games. Not so much to be involved in making them, but to be playing them. Wow, what a banger year. One of the best of all time, I would say. But let's see. Folks who I have watched this year. I tuned into my usual stream folks, that being C Gadgets and Life of Weezus on Twitch. Watch a little bit of Hasanabi now and then whenever there's some big event or whatever. Let's see. I watch a little bit of Not Will Smith, who is not Will Smith. He is a tech guy, as it were, who does like tech podcasts. Tested, involved in that, I believe, but mostly I just watch him stream. I watch him play Fortnite, right? There's a 30-year-old man watching I don't even know how old he is. 40? 50? Nah, probably 40s, right? Year-old man playing Fortnite, right? That's the future right there. Let's see. I was happy to see... Was this the year that Jesse Cox finally hit 1 million subs on YouTube? I was glad to finally see that as a longtime follower of Jesse Cox way back when he used to just be a podcaster before OMFG Kata, right? Before he even got involved with Total Biscuit back in the day, when he did stuff under Original Media for Gamers and stuff. Like over 10 years ago. Followed him since then. Mostly, so admittedly, discovered him because of Total Biscuit. Only got involved in stuff like that because of following the Blue Please World of Warcraft podcast. Same goes for my interest in the Yogscast, which I haven't really watched much of them these days. I think they cater to a different audience than myself. But still do appreciate, you know, like Lewis and Simon of those groups. Right? Used to listen to the Yog Pod back in the day. You know, I am Dave ! Yognot, and I have the balls. Let's see. Who else do I Who else? Scott Johnson of Frog Pants fame, his whole podcasting empire. Not to get too much into podcasts. Well, I guess we ought to. Watch some of his videos and stuff. Been watching a lot of fashion, clothing videos and stuff as well. They tend to be bite-sized and stuff, easier to watch. And also just simple enough to sort of throw on the background as well. Sort of been weaving those in with the video game stuff, so my algorithm is looking like fucking chaos. But all that going on. Let's see. Who else? I watched a little bit of, I think, I can't remember what. I know Day 9 has been doing these little, like, highlights and now shorts as well. I remember a while back, right, when I was doing them, I was like, man, I would really expect to see a lot more people doing shorts, you know? The channel was such an early adopter for shorts. It is buck wild. I've never really been an early adopter for anything, but it just so happened to work out that I was like, yeah, why not? I'll be an early adopter to making YouTube shorts, because for the most part, I already make them, you know? The Skyrim intros and stuff may as well be, and literally do, become shorts, you know? Same goes for the Morrowind openings, which, hey, we got a lot of Morrowind Tamriel Rebuilt lined up, ready to go in the distant future. But regardless, for shorts, that is. Regardless, now seeing all sorts of folks jumping onto the bandwagon, right? And now, also similarly, so many people are jumping onto it. You notice the numbers kind of go down a little bit, right? But like I said, I'm in such a lucky position where they're so easy for me to make, and I don't really have to do anything extra. Like, it's not like I'm making a skit just for the short or whatever. I'm fortunate enough to where I can just, like, cut up a regular video that I've done into a short. Perfect situation. But hey, really, really wild to see so many other folks in 2023 specifically, finally jumping onto it, at least in video games, right? I don't know about other sort of subdivisions of YouTube, right? But at least in video games, so many other folks have finally gotten onto it, right? And holy shit, I am loving that I was one of the first, right? I feel like I should get a little ribbon for having gone in early, right? I want a little ribbon for it, which I guess, in a way, I got the play button, right? That was in no small thanks to the shorts popping off, right? Let's see. What else is this year? Or who else have I been watching or listening to? Let's see. Like I said, video games press got kind of hit. So I've been, what do you call it? Waypoint Vice. I love them. They spun off and did their own thing at Remap Radio. I now listen to them on the regular, for the most part. Sometimes catch some of their streams and stuff. Let's see. Who else? For pods, also listen to a lot of the former Giant Bomb folks, also including the new Giant Bomb folks. I don't actually listen to Giant Bomb Prime anymore. I don't know. There's too many new faces and stuff for me to just dive in. You know, I'm very much the type of person to where if I've been listening or watching something, if you introduce too many new elements, like too many new speakers, it terrifies me. And I'm like, I don't know, let's just take it one step at a time or whatever, right? Like, this is a great example, right? For instance, this is something that I would not like. If I just instantly got like a co-host or whatever for a playthrough, or did like a co-op playthrough, on a personal level, I probably wouldn't watch it, right? Because I come to the channel Lyle Schnub for Lyle Schnub. I don't give a rat's ass about this other person, right? If you got Schmile Blub or whoever, if they showed up, I don't know if I really care for them. They have a very short time frame to sort of ingratiate themselves to me, right? It's so much better to sort of discover it in a natural sense, right? Which is always the case with these things. It's always why sort of shout outs and stuff like I'm doing right now don't really work, Nobody is really gonna go and check sort of the stuff that I'm shouting out unless like the main way that you interact with something like this is like, oh, Lyle also likes this person that I like or did like or whatever, right? Or, oh my God, Lyle likes this person. I don't think Lyle knows. They're really bad. Oh my God, I'm gonna private message him somewhere or whatever and let him know that this person is like a fucking dickhead. Right? That's about the only way that it goes. As for pods, like I said, I listen to a lot of Game Mess Mornings nowadays, big into Jeff Grubb. Listen to the Jeff Gersman Show, big into that. Nextlander, of course, still enjoy them. I'm thinking, what else? Oh my gosh, there was this amazing little podcast miniseries about clothing. Man, I'll have to do an in real life video about that. But I think that's the most of it, right? I think that's pretty much all. Oh, who have I been watching just on YouTube lately for games and whatnot? Oh my gosh. I watched a whole bunch of folks around the time of Diablo, right? I still try and tune in every now and then. Man, here's something else. I had to unfollow some folks not because like they're pieces of shit or whatever, but because of Starfield spoilers, right? Other people in my same circles and stuff, I didn't want spoilers for Starfield, or also coming up on the channel eventually, Baldur's Gate 3, I didn't want spoilers for any of that. So, unfortunately, had to unsub from folks and haven't seen too much from them lately, right? That's probably the most of that situation going on. Like I said, some other folks I've tuned in here and there, especially for Diablo. It was fun to see. I used to really watch a whole bunch of Kriparian back in the day, doing his action RPG stuff with Path of Exile and Diablo. It was fun to see him dabbling once more in Path of Exile 2 and Diablo 4, for as much as everybody kind of fell off of Diablo 4 toward the tail end, myself included. After the main story, I don't know. I hear Season 2 is pretty good, but just too many other games, like Alan Wake 2, which I really fucking enjoyed. Man, this rain is loud. Holy shit. Okay. I did screw around with my volume when I was making the opening skit, so hey. Okay. Let's do one of these. Oh dear lord. Alright. Actually, you know what? We've been going for quite some time. We've gone way over time already. I should have probably actually made this one short because already it's so late. I'm probably not even going to do a Starfield video for tonight because it is so... I'm a little fucked up. I'm a little bushwhacked. My creative juices have really poured into that opening. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. It's been another year of making videos of Morrowind Mondays. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed the process. I continue to enjoy it against all odds somehow. Somehow, for some fucking reason, I just can't stop. I like doing it still, right? I haven't fucking burnt out yet. Good lord. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. Thanks to all the folks who I notice even just like leaving silly comments. I see you. I see what you're doing. You're just leaving a silly comment just for engagement. And also, I notice there's some folks who just do the, people posting first. Bless up, by the 9. Fucking, good lord, I am getting tired. That's my cool one-liner. Dude, by the 9. That's it. That's what I got to add there. All right. Yeah, let's wrap this shit up. Thank you so much. We'll do some more reflection stuff of a slightly different ilk in real life video, because I would like to do that. And that will also begin our sort of transition. Bon voyage, Morrowind Annual. Smell you later, or smell you never. It's been a good thing. It feels like we've appropriately ended it on a high note, at least to me. I think it's a good plan to end it, right? Like for all the reasons that we've gone over. The final Morrowind Annual, but certainly nowhere near the end of Morrowind Mondays. Until next time, please take care of each other.